Hi everybody, today we are going to be doing quadrilaterals day 1. So you're going to need this chart with you during this video to take notes. You can print it from Google Classroom. If you don't have a printer or don't want to print it out, you can also copy this chart into your math notebook and then fill it out as we go. You will need to pause the video along the way so that you can write down the notes. And you can also pause the video right now so you can go and make sure you have your materials as we go through the lesson. So we are going to learn today about 5 shapes. These shapes are all quadrilaterals, and a quadrilateral is a 4-sided shape. It's 2-dimensional, which means it's flat. It's not something you can hold in your hand. It is closed, which means all the lines touch, and it will have 4 angles. So now we're going to learn about 5 specific types of quadrilaterals. So you don't need to write this note on your chart, but for the rest of the slides, you will be writing the notes on your chart. So this is the first shape on your chart. The name of the shape is a trapezoid. The definition of a trapezoid is that it is a quadrilateral, so it has all the qualities of a quadrilateral: 4 sides, 4 angles, it's flat, it's closed, and in addition to those, it also has at least 1 pair of parallel sides. So in this picture, the parallel sides are the top and the bottom. At least means that it could have more, but it must have 1. So you can pause the video here so that you can write your notes down in your chart for trapezoid. The next shape is a parallelogram. So a parallelogram is a quadrilateral, so it has all the qualities of a quadrilateral. It has 2 pairs of parallel sides. So you can see the top and bottom are parallel, and the left side and right side are also parallel. And the opposite sides are equal. So the top and bottom are equal, and the left and right are equal. You can pause the video here so you can fill in your notes for parallelogram. Okay, this is a rhombus. So a rhombus is a quadrilateral, has all the qualities of a quadrilateral. It has 2 pairs of parallel sides, and opposite sides are equal, just like parallelogram that we saw before. But the other thing it has is that all the sides are equal. So yes, the opposite sides are equal, but in a rhombus, also all the sides are equal. A rhombus is very similar to a square, except you can see it almost looks like a slanted square. So the thing that makes the rhombus stand out from the other shapes we've seen is that all the sides are equal. You can pause the video here so you can write down your notes for rhombus. This is a square. A square is what we would call the most special shape because it has the most qualities in order to be considered a square. So a square is a quadrilateral. It does have 2 pairs of parallel sides. It does have opposite sides equal. It also has all sides equal. So far everything the rhombus had. The thing that makes it stand out from the rhombus is that it also has 4 right angles. So you can see in a square, every angle is a 90-degree right angle, and that's what makes it different from the rhombus. All the sides are equal, just like a rhombus, but in a square, you have 4 right angles. You can pause the video here so you can write down your notes for square. And then the last one that we're going to see is a rectangle. Okay, so a rectangle is a quadrilateral. It does have 2 pairs of parallel sides. It does have opposite sides that are equal. You'll notice that the difference from a rectangle and a square is that in a rectangle, all the sides do not have to be equal. So in this picture, the top and bottom are bigger than the left and right. But similar to a square, a rectangle does have 4 right angles. So you can pause the video here so you can write down your notes for rectangle. So you have 2 assignments today. The first is you're going to do page 89 in your textbook. For page 89, there is a little part at the top that says, do you remember? And it asks you how many sides certain shapes have. You will probably remember some of these from last year, but you may have to go on the computer or talk to someone at home for some of the other ones. For example, a hexagon or an octagon, you might not remember how many sides that has. The rest of the page is asking you questions about a variety of shapes. So they're going to show you a bunch of different shapes. They're going to ask you which ones have 4 equal sides, which ones have 4 right angles. They're also going to ask you what are they called. When they say what are they called, they're looking for answers like square, rhombus, and rectangle, those kind of answers. So you should have your chart next to you while you're doing page 89 in the textbook. You're then going to do a worksheet that says quadrilaterals at the top. It also says 8.6a day 1 homework. You don't have to worry about all those numbers, but I wanted to tell you what it says at the top because you should have it in your math folder. I've also attached it, so if you don't have it, you can print it out and then complete it. And again, you should use your chart to help you finish that.